Happy Friday, everyone. It is Friday morning here. It snowed this morning, hence all of the get up here. Yeah, it's down into the low 30s this morning, but we're struggling through. We're going to get this done. So we are starting a brand new segment that Ryan and I just kind of came up with the other day. This is called Featured Tool Fridays. So we're going to mix this in every once in a while. I don't know, it's going to be random. We're still going to do like interviews on Friday mornings when we have those. We might do questions. We might mix them up. I don't know. But one thing that we do want to do once in a while is this Featured Tool Fridays. Today, we are talking about the Random Orbital Sander. This is really a great tool. You guys know that I'm a big proponent of the disc sander. These two are not the same. This is Random Orbital. This one is disc. This just turns around. This one spins, but it also has a random aspect to it. I'm probably preaching to the choir. You guys already know that. So let me show you how I would use this Random Orbital. Son, if you want to come down here. So this board is a piece of that cedar fencing, and I am just trying to smooth this thing out. So what I've done here, I actually did with the 60 degree or the 60 grit,
and tilt it up a little, Dad, so
and the disc. Oh, that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know, is that too much glare?
Yeah, a little bit tilted back, just a touch.
Is that better?
No, back towards you. It's kind of hard to see. It's a light board, but
yeah,
you can definitely see the grain. From
yeah. So this was all rough, and I just hit it for a few seconds with the disc sander. Now what I want to do is I want to just smooth that out. Now this, I don't use this too much in just smoothing out my boards, although you can if you want that thing just to be smooth before you start doing your layout on there, before you start carving your sign. This would be smooth enough, but this I really use in conjunction with my disc sander when I'm taking the black off of signs. When I've sprayed a sign and I'm taking the black off, I'll use my 60 grit and my disc sander to get about 80 to 90% off of there, and then I'll use a 120 on my Random Orbital, and I'll take it down smooth. So this is, and one thing that I've learned just recently is I was moving this thing in a circular motion and moving it around. Actually learned from Stumpy Nubs that you're better off just moving it very slow. I'll give you an example. Here we go. That's what not to do. That will actually add more scratches in there by moving that. What you really want to do is just move it just a little bit in a very slow motion. That's going to leave you a lot less scratches when you do it that way. Because remember, this thing is not only spinning, but it's also doing that random thing. So if you move it around too much, you're going to get more scratches. Now, could you go ahead and take the whole thing down to a smooth edge with the Random Orbital? Absolutely. And that would probably give you enough good surface to do the layout. The only reason I use the disc sander first is because I'm very impatient. I don't like sanding, and so I use the disc sander to get the bulk of it off, and then I finish it up with the 120 and the Random Orbital. Now again, most of the time I use this combination is not necessarily for what I'm doing here, but when I'm taking the black off after I've carved it and I sprayed my black, and you guys probably have seen that many, many times. And then I would use a random orbital to finish it up with either an 80 or better yet a 120 to give me a nice finish, so that when I put my clear on, either my clear or my spar or resin or whatever, it's got a nice smooth finish. So that's my tool of Friday. Featured Tool Friday. Featured Tool Friday. I'll get used to that term, guys. So that's one way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch it off. Ryan's going to come on and show you his favorite way to use this tool.
All right, guys. So Dad showed you basically the standard operation for the random orbital, and something new that he learned, what?
Months ago?
Yeah, a couple months ago, and it actually, we've both been using it. It works really well without going in circles, and I'm impatient like Dad, so I have a hard time keeping it steady. But something you might not know, there's another use for it that little unconventional. So Dad, if you can pan down here, let's say you ask your wife to make you some breakfast, and she just destroys that toast. Well, you can see right there, there's still good bread under there. So let's see if we can find it. Ah, there it is. All right, one side. There we go. So, you can see, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. That's good.
That's good stuff.
So, look for more. That's terrible. Look for more Featured Tool Fridays, and you're going to learn something.